Hello. Howdy, hi, welcome. Come on in. If there's anyone out there. I can't see. But I'm not gonna dilly-dally because we're on a little bit of a time limit today. My goal is to finish doing this before my roommate gets home. So, time to go. Time to go fast, and we will need to make room. We will absolutely need to make room. Let's make some room. Let's make the canvas bigger. Start with that. That should be plenty of room. But yeah, howdy. Hope your day was swell. My day was crazy in that it was like nothing went right, but it was all coming up twins. You know what I'm saying? like I don't know. It'd be like I stumbled around trying to get lunch today because I was running late, so I didn't have time to make myself lunch before work. And then I was like, okay, time to go get myself lunch at lunchtime. Nothing wrong with that. And then I go to get myself lunch, and then I'm like, oh wait, I need to clock out, because, you know, I can't just leave the building. I need to clock out first. And then it's like, okay, cool. Wait a minute, I don't have any money on me. And so I had to go back and go get my money, and it was just, it's so inefficient. But then also I found $13 while at work. So, you know, it was just nothing's going right, but it's all coming up twins. So yeah, my goal is to finish this little mini adventure before Allison gets back from work, so then we can eat dinner. So on to the mythical Pokemon, which I tend to like mythical Pokemon more than legendaries. And maybe I'm just biased because my most favorite Pokemon, Mew, is a mythical. We need to segregate psychic and electric from, oh my lord, from each other a little bit more. They're bleeding together, so let's do that. Hello, howdy. How are ya? I'm gonna, you know, that's just gonna be how it is. Lunala's gonna get a little bit of a chunk missing out of it, but that's okay. Great, now we got some breathing room there. Didn't realize mythical Pokemon were a thing. Yeah, I know, it's a confusing distinction, honestly. Mythical Pokemon were, I'll even read it straight from Cerebi.com itself. Mythical Pokemon were originally known in common conversation as event-only Pokemon for a reason. These Pokemon are so rare that they are typically only available through going to an event distribution and either receiving the Pokemon itself or an item to go get the Pokemon within the wild. For example, that's like Hided Shaman, you need to get the flute. Due to the fact that these are typically only from events and have limited distributions, these Pokemon are banned from the Battle Tree, the Battle Frontier, and similar facilities, as well as the rating battles in Battle Spot and the video game championships. So yeah, that's the big thing, is that they're event Pokemon, and that's what makes them mythical. That you can't just, you know, get good and go catch them. You've got to go to a local Pokemon Center, IRL, to gain access to a slick new Pokemon. So yeah. Fancy. Also, a little bonus fact, Generation 7 introduced the most mythical Pokemon. I didn't know that offhand. That was also on Cerebi in its little paragraph. Most of these are psychic, by the way. It's why we needed to make room. Because Psychic's gonna become even bigger faster, and it was already a pretty bloated, little section here. I'm gonna make Jirachi kind of small. That's fine. Jirachi is also part Steel. There it is. Whoa. We got snow this morning for the first time in years. I hate it. Messiah, you don't need to answer this, but I wonder if that means you live in Florida. You don't have to answer that, but I saw that Florida got snow, and I guess it was a big to-do. So that's exciting for Florida and you, whether or not you are Florida. You are the entire state of Florida. But yeah. Yesterday actually, I got a guy, and he was wandering the back rooms, and I was like, hello. You know, he was nice. He was, you know, swell, but he was like, how you doing? And I'm like, oh, you know, I'm cold. I am not Florida. That's all right. Florida also got snow. But yeah, you know, I was like, I'm cold, because it's cold in the back rooms. And he was like, yeah, but, you know, the weather's being so weird. And I was like, yeah, you know, because, like, it keeps wanting to, like, it's warm if you're out in the sun, but, what are you? Are you just water? Yes. Warm in the sun, but if you're in the shade, then you're just freezing out there. And he's like, yeah, there's like solar flares happening and the aurora borealises, and I'm worried that the world's gonna end. And I was like, I think it would just be cool if we got a real spring. You know, instead of it just being like cold, 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 and then it's summertime and now you're hot, you know? And then we parted ways, so. But I bet that guy saw the hullabaloo about Florida getting a bunch of snow and was like, see, it's the world ending. And okay, guy. I don't know why rock ended up so wide. Why did I stack them horizontally like that? There's so many psychic type mythicals. We might still run out of room for psychic and need to make more room for them. Florida can get snow? I thought it was hot forever there. I see, that's what I was thinking. And I guess it predominantly is, and that's why it's such a big to-do. That it did get a ton of snow. I gotta say, swamps, because obviously Florida has some swampland within it. Swamps frozen over, kind of gorgeous. You know, there's some real beauty to a frozen swamp. But I'm also a swamp liker. I like swamps. Is Skyform Shaman also still just grass? Yes, they're both just grass. One is just cosplaying as a Sonic the Hedgehog character. We'll go with cute form Shaman, because I like that better. And I'm in charge. There's a lot more grasses than I expected. Skyform is flying grass? No way. Why doesn't it say that anywhere? Hang on. It just says grass. Oh wait, nope. Oh, the wiki is just stupid and dumb. Alright, well then we'll have both forms. I don't like Skyform very much, personally. But I guess I'm just a hater. I get called a hater pretty often at work by one of my buds. But I guess I'm just far more likely to mention something I don't like than to be like, I quite like this song. No, I don't do that, but instead I will be like, this song is alright, but I don't like that it goes on for so long at the end. Arceus's head is a weird shape, but I've never really liked it. The rest of Arceus is kind of iconic, though. I like its fucking biblically accurate wheel, you know? Came back with some salt-ridden popcorn and heard Twiins like swamps and thought she was Shrek. How dare. Well, can't I at least be Dragon? I don't like Victini much either. Maybe I really am just a hater. Victini is Fire Psychic though, which is a pretty cool type combination. And then Delphox happened and made it not that as exciting of a type combo. But, you know, It was novel for the time. I think nowadays Victini would have been fairy. Or Keldeo? Keldeo's different forms are the same type though, yeah? Yeah. Water fighting. Haven't gotten that since the goddamn Poliwhirl line. Wasn't here yesterday, what are we doing? And do the Paradox Pokemon count as legendary / mythical? Welcome, Orion. So, what we're doing is, I am organizing Pokemon by their type. I'm just doing the legendaries and the mythicals. Oh my gosh, Plant Dog needs to go away. Let me slap this into fighting really quick, and then I will banish the plant. Alright, so yeah, what we're doing is I've got the list of legendaries and mythicals up on another window, and I'm organizing them by type. Human Dog appears. Oh my gosh. That makes things so much easier for me. Where are you, Doug? There you are. Alright. Doug, get out from... You can go over there. Yeah. Nice. And so, Paradox Pokemon, is that what you had asked about? Paradox Pokemon. Okay, so yeah, Paradox Pokemon, no, they are not legendaries. However, Ultra Beasts are, which is pretty nifty, I gotta say. So yeah, and then I did all the legendaries yesterday, and now I'm doing the mythical Pokemon, which are distinguished by being event only, basically. Meloetta's 2 different forms have different types, so that means it's gotta, both of the different forms have to show up. They are, by the way, normal psychic and normal fighting. So I didn't know they were normal. That's crazy. Our normal section is also kind of bananas. This one is normal psychic. We are running out of psychic room. How many more psychic type Pokemon do we have on deck? Only 1! So actually, I think we'll be okay without making more room. So yeah, and like I said, this is gonna be a shorty little stream because the goal is to finish stream before Allison gets off of work. So there you go. That's what we're doing today. Normal is crazy. Why is it like this? How many more normal type Pokemon do I have on deck? None. Okay, cool. I guess both the Paradox Beasts and Paradox Blades aren't there along with Koraidon, Miraidon. Correct, because Koraidon and Miraidon are legendaries. But the other Paradox Pokemon are just normal Pokemon that just happen to be from the past or future. Which makes sense. Human Doug looks like he's looking at the graph. He's very interested in the graph. Doug loves graphs. Just like me. Shiny Genesect is cool. I'm on Genesect, hence why suddenly decided to come on in with that opinion. But it is. Shiny Genesect is cool. It's red. Isn't it? Or did I gaslight myself into thinking that? Awesome, awesome. Diancie is crazy to me. Because it feels like it should evolve into Meloetta. No, Magearna. Doesn't it? Like, doesn't it super duper feel like it should do that? And it just don't. It's very cute though. Its Mega is very exciting, but it keeps the same typing of Rock Fairy, so we're just gonna have it show up once for us. What the fuck just happened? Copy, please. Alright, and now Paste, please. There we go. There she is. What fucking type are you? You guys gotta help me sometimes. Sometimes I'm really stupid and I immediately forget things. Only 2 big legendaries? That's just sad. How do you mean? Like the, Miraidon and Koraidon? Personally, I'm not huge on having, like, a ton of legendaries in a game. It makes them feel less important. But maybe that's just me. Oh, Hoopa's different forms have different types, so both of its forms gotta show up. What's it fucking called? Hoopa Unbound is pretty fucking sick, I gotta be honest. In a world where... This does mean I have more psychics than I thought I did. That's okay, they'll just bleed out a little bit. In a world where most mythicals are cute little guys, Unbound Hoopa is like the kind of kaijus that I just love. Oh, bugs! We got 3. But yeah, just the 3. And honestly, it's really only that much because the, Ultra Beasts. Which, I didn't know they counted, honestly. Like, there's a part of me that thinks to, kind of edit down this, list to exclude Ultra Beasts. Just because they don't really feel like legendaries, if you ask me. But, I guess I'm not in charge now, am I? I feel like Carbink should have evolved into Diancie. They do have the same, like, flavor to them, don't they? I wish they... Are they at least connected? Is it kind of like Diancie's like the Jesus of the Carbinks, and they're all like Diancie's children or some such? Is that how it is? If that's not canon, I choose to believe that. But that's just how it is. Volcanion has to be one of the stupidest looking Pokemon. This looks like a fan Pokemon. It's just awfully stupid looking. I feel like it doesn't even do anything. Like, what does Volcanion do? Why is this a mythical? Why is it shaped like that? It's a cool type though, so I'll give it that. It's fire water, in case you didn't catch on. Steel Fairy for Magearna, correct? Yes. Like, look at it! It's the same Pokemon as Diancie. It just is. In the movie, Diancie is like their princess. Perfect. You know, that's the least I could ask for. But I do agree. I do kind of wish that it's like, if you... Maybe that it feels like something that would be like a rumor on the playground is, oh, if you have a full party of Carbinks and one of them is shiny, then if you go to location at IRL this time, then they all evolve and you get Diancie or something, you know? Alas. Not so. Oh, you're not dark, you're just ghost. Slap you down there. All I know about Volcanion is that he's big mad all the time. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Is Shiny Carbink pink? I do not know. What are we doing? We're organizing Pokemon by their type, specifically legendaries and mythicals. We're nearly done, actually. Let me Google Carbink really quick. Pokemon Carbink. Let me scroll on down to where the shinies are. Nope. It's really nice. It's like a darker rock color, like a black rock with blue, like a more blue kind of turquoise gemstone situation going on. But not pink, so what a shim-sham. Zorora? I can't say this one. Zorora. I don't like this Pokemon, and it's not because I can't say it, it's because it just feels like we have Lucario at home. We have electric Lucario. Like, it just feels like they were just trying to do Lucario again. I don't like the ones that are, like, I'm gonna describe it as furry coated, you know? But also, that's not a hard set rule, because I like Sneasel, and Sneasel is incredibly furry coated. Oh, let me read it. You got this. Zero Aura. Zero Aura. That's so hard. In a world where I cannot say Aurora words correctly, there's a character in Final Fantasy 10? Is that the one with Tidus? Is Auron. Or I can't say it. I can't say his name, and it's a shame because he's my husband. I just ain't no good at Aurora. My job is selling Pokemon cards in the kids' meals. Me and one of my coworkers may have stolen a pack. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. Opening Pokemon cards is so much fun. Like, who can blame you? Though I will say, it really helps having Pokemon Pocket TCG to kind of get that fix every day. Because it's just fun. And then it's also really nice that you get to, like, do quick little battles as well. Good stuff, good stuff. What's this thing's name? Zarude? Yeah, Zarude really stands out amongst all the cute little grassies that are like, we're just cute little guys. This is mean monkey. Carbink shiny is disappointing. I think it's really pretty. I like it, but I also like rocks, so how valuable is my opinion? Alright, this is the last one. We're on Pecharunt. Pekarunt? Pecharunt? I think it's Pekka. And it is Poison Ghost, correct? Gotta double check. Yes. Ghost. Excellent. Wow, I've done it. Wow. I opened mine earlier and I got Pikachu, Charizard, Eevee, and Hatenna. Wow, a very Kanto heavy pack. But wow, I did it. Wow. Wow, way to go, Twiins. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Let's take a gander at some of this info. First of all, Psychic is demonstrably the biggest collection. Followed by, I think, Fighting, Flying, and Dragon are tied. They're at least very close. Flying really threw me off with how popular it ended up being. Ground and Bug dropped the ball. Let's get a little bit closer. Let's get a little bit closer to these stats. We've got, can you guys see? Yes, you can. Okay, we've got ice types. They sure do look cold. A fucking Calyrex on its horsies will look goofy for both of the times where Calyrex shows up on its horsies. But ice, you know, that do be a bunch of ice Pokemon. Twiins, I'm done. Allison busts through the door and starts raccoon rummaging in the kitchen. I agree. I think Pekarunt is really cool. I liked all the DLC for Paldea. Psychic is meaty. There's a lot going on. It feels like quintessential Pokemon right here, if you ask me. Psychic types were always the important ones. Psychic used to be very much for, like, restrained for, fucking legendaries and mythicals like this. So, yeah. Psychic, it's varied, it's interesting. Fun. Necrozma looks like it does not belong. But that's okay. Electric. A quaint little collection. I like how they play with electricity in Pokemon. I like how, because, you know, obviously we get, like, you know, like, Zapdos and Regieleki, which are just, like, zip zap, it's lightning. But sometimes we pull out, like, a Xurkitree or a Zekrom, and they go, zip zap, it's teal lightning. And they've been mixing those a lot more lately. I think the electric combo here looks pretty damn solid. Steel, I've never been the biggest Steel fan. It is fine. There's a lot more yellow here than you'd have think. A shocking amount of yellow for Steel, if you ask me. Cobalion looks like it doesn't belong at all, but also it looks like we have Dialga at home. Fairy, a nominally new type. You know, it's stayed. You know, it's not. We can't keep calling it super new for too long. But fascinating that the Tapus really kind of overtake the aesthetic. It makes you feel like there should be more white across everything else's designs. But you know, a consistently cute collection, and then one sword dog. Poison. I love poison type Pokemon. Look at all that purple. The Nihilego being crazy. Completely incomprehensible. I'll never remember that thing's type. But I like poison types, and you know, this is pretty consistent. A bit boring. I wish we got a little bit more variety with them. Honestly. Dark types. I love dark types. I fucking earlier today I thought about whoever it was out of you who described this dark Moltres as like evil bacon. It made me laugh while I was at work. I think dark type Pokemon are cool because you get so much variety in them, even though it's a lot of black, but like we got plenty of white, we got some red, you know, a lot of yellow, good variety. Fire, very consistent. I like when they put fire type Pokemon paired with white. We saw that with, like, Scorbunny as well. It makes Reshiram look really cool. Blacephalon is incomprehensible. I love Blacephalon. What a freako. Wow, a 3-stream streak. Way to go, you. I remember Nihilego's type by remembering that it looks like glass, and that jellyfish are generally poisonous. The glass part won't help me remember that it's rock. But the jellyfish part will help me remember that it's poison. So way to go, you. I know that shiny Zekrom has green lightning, which is cool. Still wish that it and Reshiram had better shinies. It's tough with legendaries. You don't really want to make the legendary shiny too cool, because otherwise people will just hack it in, won't they? Mira, you're just in time. We finished. We were taking a gander at all the different collections that we've gathered. Like fighting. Fighting is crazy because it's so often like a secondary type. So, it's just, there's so much variety here. We get cute little Marshadow and Cubfu, and then also just some deer, a bird, weird bugs, 2 dogs, Meloetta, you know, I love the variety in fighting, and I always will. It's why I like it so much. Flying what a king of the crop here, one of our biggest groups. And I guess it makes sense seeing as how there's a goddamn million birds. Don't know how that happened. Just a shitload of birds, and definitely bolstered by the gins as well. So, wowie wow. I mean, you know, I guess I like birds. Like birds enough, I suppose. Solgaleo is a psychic steel type. Correct. No wait, no it's not. Hang on, wait. let me go double check Solgaleo. Yes, psychic steel. And I had it in both of those, didn't I? Why do I have it in fire? What the fuck? Alright, hang on. Let's... Maybe my brain was just like, it belongs in fire. There we go. And I'll just snoot Victini up a little bit to kind of fill out that little goofy corner. Good eye, one of you. Good eye, well done. Mewtwo X is psychic fighting. Why don't I have it over here? I think in the thick of it yesterday, my arm started to really hurt, so some of them are just gonna be a little goofy. There we go. There's Mewtwo. Great. Cool. We're doing really well. All important Pokemon can fly. Everyone knows that. And don't look it up. You're not wrong, though. Most of them are also telepathic as well. Excellent. Now that we've fixed the fire and the fighting types, we can keep on moving to the water section. Water Pokemon all look the same. I gotta be honest. Like, I like water types, but it is the most common type, so it just feels like we've done everything with water types. Volcanion definitely stands out the most by being crazy red, but they're fine, but I can't say any of these are, like, in my top 10 Pokemon, so, or even top 10 legendaries. Yeah, it is surprising that there are so few, though. I agree. It feels like that there should have been more than this. Rock? Bigger than I expected. Way to go, Rock. 0. Only difference between two of those of Thoreau's dudes is one has dark blue spots, other has yellow spots. My keyboard had a stroke. Yeah, Rock, you know, it do be Rock. Diancie adds a lot to this lineup, I gotta be honest. Bug, shockingly small. Fascinating. Really interesting. I think I'd love to get more bug-type legendaries just because we got so few of them. Same with ground. I don't even think there's a good excuse for ground. I think ground-type Pokemon can very easily be, like, coded powerful. Just crazy. Also, never forget how Groudon is a ground type and not a fire type. That's fucking bananas. Rock. It do be Rock. Twiins Inc. 2025. I love Mira's misspelling, or maybe this is probably autocorrect. I do like how sparkly Omega Kroger is. Ghost types, I love ghost types. It's a lot of a pretty similar flavor. A lot of, you know, dark types, edgy older brothers is how I'm gonna describe it. But I love ghost types as well. So they're so cool. I love them. Grass is it's a delightful collection here. The grass types is the type that, like, you wanna be hanging out with. It's like, all these will heal you, except for Wo-Chen and Zarude. Hate bugs in real life, but I really want to see a bug type evolution. I agree. Bugs in real life are scary. Bug type Pokemon, they're kinda neat. Pretty nifty. I also never thought to consider the Ultra Beasts legendaries. It's fascinating that they are. I'll probably do up a version of this where I, like, black out all the Ultra Beasts. But, in the long run, it doesn't change too much beyond the bug type section. Normal? There were more normals than I thought. That's crazy. Meloetta was the real, surprise there. I really didn't know Meloetta. Here, I know, we can easily make normal look good by just scooting Regigigas down. But yeah, you know, normal type Pokemon, it's a lot of white, you know, it's pretty samey, similar, the same thing every time. What you gonna do? And then, shockingly, you know, this is a decent amount of Dragon. Dragon already had, you know, quite, like, I already knew it would be pretty big, but there's not as many Dragon type legendaries as I figured there would be. It's nominally sparse. This is organized goofily. Hang on, let me make them look prettier. Snoodle Miraidon over. And we're gonna just kind of shunk the whole group over. Just to give Normal a little bit of breathing space. Wow. But wowie wow willikers. There it be. Spiders and I have a mutual agreement. Stay in the ceiling corners. And they stay in the corners and I leave them alone. Do appreciate the variety the turtle brings to Normal. Yeah, Terrapagos, it's got a lot of flavor to it. And being that shade of blue but not being water is really refreshing, funnily enough. But hooray! Wow, we did it. Wowie wow. It was really tough. Normal's just hit the random button on the character generator. Well, see, here's how you make a normal Pokemon. Because other Pokemon are like, okay, how do you make a fire type Pokemon? You pick an animal and you set it on fire. How do you make a water type Pokemon? You pick an animal and you make it blue and put it in the water. How do you make a grass type Pokemon? Pick an animal, slap some flowers on it. How do you make a normal type Pokemon? You pick an animal, ... and make it white. Because it's colorless, technically, in like in the cards. It's not normal type, it's colorless. Can't spell today, that's okay. We can't all be perfect. Question, what makes normal a type? The lack of any other type, I suppose. Oh, it hits you, but it's not a fighting type. Really what it is, it was for balancing. Normal is offensively neutral against nearly everything. But it's weak to fighting, like super effective weak to fighting, but immune to ghost type damage. Yes? Or is its damage immune to ghosts? Or the other way. You know how it is. So back in the day, it was just for balancing. It's basically an average option. But yeah, nowadays it's just, you grab a thing and you make it white. Normal type Pokemon are nice because they are defensively a pretty solid option. Like a good thing to round out a team if you don't have any other kind of good ideas. And they can learn a ton of moves. Because they lack a specific type outside of normal. And this is assuming it's just monotype. Obviously, it wanders if it's like Oranguru, where it's normal psychic, which I think it shouldn't have been normal, but that's besides the point. Anyway, yeah, they learn a shitload of moves, and including some of the more powerful moves like Hyper Beam. So, a solid option that isn't excellent at anything, but is decent at everything. So, there you go. That's, that do be normal. Ghost normal or mutually immune. Perfect. I thought I remembered it that way, but it's been a long time of playing Pokemon, and I still can't remember all the ways types interact with each other. It's fascinating. 18 types. And they all interact with each other in different ways, and Pokemon is so successful because they pitch it like, oh, it's rock, paper, scissors, but it's not. Because rock, paper, scissors doesn't have things like immunities, resistances, super effective, double effective, halved damage. That's only looking at types, let alone how different moves can affect all this. But like something like Genshin Impact or whatever, where it's like, the fire one is good against, if you make it wet first and then do electric, it does extra damage. And it's like, I don't want to, this is too hard. Just let me hit the bad guy. We don't call it fire, we call it pyro. Why? We also always have imagination as a type. It's just light. What does it do? It makes no sense! But, I'm rambling at that point. No, let's rock, paper, scissors more complex. Exactly. Wow, golly gosh. Wowie wow willikers. How do we explain duo normal types? It is a tough one, isn't it? It's normal, but a little... It's next to normal. Isn't it? Which is a great musical, by the way. You should look up Next to Normal. And you should at least look up, Oh, it does spoil the plot, but that's fine. You should look up, I'm the One. It's great. Cool musical. Watch Next to Normal. My hands fucking hurt. All of my skin hurts so goddamn bad. My legs hurt, my hands hurt. I'm in pain. It's because it's so fucking cold. My hands and my skin, it all dries up, and then I just hurt, and I put so much lotion on throughout the day, and it doesn't matter, because I sit in a cold-ass wind tunnel in my cold, stupid little world. No, Lunar Yuki, you may not commit violence. You're gonna sit down, and you're gonna eat your milkshake, and enjoy it. But what? Because I said so. You can do violence after you finish your milkshake. But wow, golly, we finished. Wow. Wowie wow. And I'll wrap up now before I just keep ranting and raving about my ouchy skin. My ouchy dry skin. Stop, Twiins, you're making me dry. My dry ass hands hurt too. But what if I don't like violence? You do not have to participate in the violence, but you all need to finish your milkshakes before any violence starts. And once the violence does start, we gotta follow our simple rules. What are the rules? That's right. Nazis always deserve to be attacked in violence. Nazis are bad guys and should have violence afflicted upon them. So finish your milkshakes and then we can do the violence. Milkshake just appeared on my desk. What the fuck? Drink it. You drink it all. What flavor of the milkshakes? We only have mint chocolate chip and peanut butter chocolate. You have to have one of those flavors. No, you cannot mix the flavors. But you can swap with somebody else. But it's a banana milkshake. Your milkshake is the shiny milkshake. Congratulations. It is heavier. It will make you poop much harder. Mint chocolate chip, best flavor. I said what I said. It's pretty solid. What if I'm allergic? If you're allergic, you can finish the milkshake and then immediately shit it out and you'll be okay. And then you can go do your violence. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I remember being younger and being like, I understood that milkshake was a sexual reference in that song. But I was like, but what exactly does it mean? And then I watched the music video, and the opening shot to that music video is a lady and it's her tits, and I was like, I understand. I understand what part of the milkshake is a lady. So it's the titties. There you go. I cannot eat or drink my people. You must. You must, Zero. You must. It's either that or you get no violence. So you have to choose. Peace or violence. Ain't that how it is? We need to stop. So, go ahead and drink your milkshakes, do your violence, punch a Nazi, cause they deserve it. And if you teach us, will you have to charge? I think that would technically, be an OnlyFans situation. So I think we'll pass. I won't teach you. And I won't charge. First time I heard that song was on a SpongeBob promo on Nickelodeon. That is fascinating. I guess the song itself isn't, like, explicit. So, not too bad. Can I get a hug after violence? No hugs. Hugs are only for the most special of boys. And you don't get that. This is your first time chatting, so you cannot be one of the most special of boys. Spoiler, no member of chat is a most special boy to get a hug. Allison is on her way home, so I will stop stream here. So, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you tolerating me doing lame shit like this. Drink your vegetables, eat your water, make smart choices. Goodbye. Goodbye, adios, see you later. Buzz off.